The Sharpeville massacre, which occurred on the 21st of March 1960, I took some time out to ask South African music legends about the experience during the time.
I was, as a musician, of course, we were with a group called the SABC, which was Kipi Moeketsi, Jola Brand, which you call Ibrahim now, Makaya Mchoko, Hugh Masigela, and Johnny Khate. You know, there were 6 of us. And well, the government of the time, I think, did not want more than 5 Africans to be seen together. And we were 6 already. We were illegal, which meant that as a group we couldn't function, and we couldn't perform anywhere.
That was 1960, the 21st of March. I was involved with King Kong, the musical King Kong. It used to be called the Jazz Opera. And I remember that we were on holiday because King Kong had just finished the run in December. And we were now rehearsing for a new show. And that show was in the Township Tonight, if I'm not wrong. 1960. Yeah, must have been in Township Tonight. It was in the Township Tonight. And I was at Doke House, because that's where we used to gather. Doke House was like the hub, you know, the center of musicians then. It was the South African Musicians Union. That's where I was.
Yeah, what's hurting me most is that I'd lost a lot of musicians, brothers and sisters. They kicked the bucket, right? But all the same, memories are still there. Whenever Motoresa show, we talk about them, we miss them. And I remember even my father was Narikisna Rokadi Tako. And Father Huddleston was a customer to my father. Then there comes this policeman. He's got 4 pairs of shoes. He's giving them to my father. Says, "Hey boy, Jimudiskune Rekmak. Hey, Ntate Aska Kwata, don't ever call me a boy." It was very hard.
After giving the response on the Sharpeville massacre, they took me through the journey as musicians during the apartheid era and being denied the basic right of freedom of expression through music.
That was the first thing, that we couldn't meet as a group. So what it meant is just for us to go and just practice individually, you know, because we were known as a SABC, and if we're not together, we were not the SABC, you see. Life became difficult, especially for the older musicians like Bubra Kipi, you know, who were family people. Yeah. I was still living at home, at least, you know, both Hugh and I. And Makaya, the other guys were family people, you know. So that died out. We had to break.
I was a kid, really. I mean, in 1960, I had just turned 20, you know. I wouldn't say we were denied from you know, performing. You know, we were not really, I mean, the police did not chase and say, "You don't sing," you know. But I remember that musicians had a hard time, you know, because as far as I remember, is that musicians were not considered to be professionals. The government statutes called musicians vagrants. And therefore you didn't have any rights of any kind, you know, like any worker. So they could arrest you at any time when they felt that they should arrest you, just like they arrested all men who didn't carry passes.
We were not allowed, but because we were very good as singers, And so they would tell us, they would tell us, don't you know, I love you for sentimental reason, we win. But at the same in between the lines,